So today, welcome back. Welcome back to Dean Attempts to Learn. I can't even say my own name. I'm so excited. It's been a while. How you been? Great. It's been a few months since I did a video, or since I did one of these videos. Let's see what's happened. I'm gonna warm up while I talk. Might have gone on tour. I don't remember the last time I put up a video. I think it's been 3-4 months. I did try to put up a video, and then I failed. Actually, I tried that twice. So the reason why I failed is because the thing I was trying to learn was so frustrating that I stopped, and I shouldn't have done that. I should have kept going. So maybe those videos will come out at some point, and I'll continue on with them, but oh boy, some frustration. I'm sure you can appreciate the frustration. Today, we're going to work on some Necrophagist. It's a band that I love, a band that maybe you love, a band notorious for very difficult guitar playing, Baroque inspiration, or Baroque influenced composition. Very like neoclassical, or neo-Baroque, I guess. Very complex. So, and really fast. The drumming's really fast. Everything's really fast. So we're going to work on a song called Stab Wound. I'm just going to do a bit of one of the solos. There's a section, actually I'll play you this embarrassingly awful sounding tab that I have going on here. It's just the first thing I picked up. This is something you might do. So if you're trying to learn something, you're like, hey, I'll just pick something up real quick. Let's see if this one's right. And you know what? I'll turn it up a little bit. Oh. All right, so whether or not you could hear that, hey, we'll figure that out afterwards. Maybe I'll put this in later, but here's my guitar tone. I'm playing with a distorted tone right now. I'm going to see how far I can get, how quickly. So I'm just going to dive right in. The only thing that you're going to have to think about is I will be playing in standard tuning, and I'm not going to mess around with tuning my guitar, getting the thing, whatever. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to learn all the same frets, so just in exactly the same spot as the tab, and then I'm just going to take the song, I'm just going to pitch it up a full step. The song is in D standard. I'm playing an E standard on an 8 string, but one of the problems that you might get is when you're learning something, you say, okay, well, this is in D standard, but I have a 7 string, and that goes way lower, right? But a lot of the stuff is written to be specifically in this shape, in this part of the guitar, and I don't really like to mess with that stuff, that stuff too much. So we're just going to say, screw it. We're just going to learn it in standard tuning, and I bet you it'll sound great. The only problem is that it'll sound really, really terrible if you play it against the actual song. It'll all be one full tone apart, and that'd be bad. So be very grating on your ears. Anyway, so we're just going to start and just see kind of what the shapes are like. I opened up this tab right before this video, and I haven't even, I pressed play, but I have not picked up my guitar and looked at it yet. So we're going to learn that first sweep. Let me learn that. Let me just grab that one. Yeah. I'm going to turn down my guitar a little bit. All right, we got my guitar down a little bit. I've got that guy going on. First sweep shape. It is a sweep shape. It's a sweepy kind of tapping thing. Oh! So there's going to be a tap. Whoa, weird. Oh my god. What? Is that right? Wow, that is crazy. Oh my god, that is a really, really weird shape. We might be able to move that around, but I feel like that's about as good as you're going to get. It's really... Now, this is a sweep shape that... It's pretty common. It's based off of your A minor caged shape. So you might think about it like this chord here. But moved up to E. So it's an E minor sweep. Okay, how fast is it? Oh boy! It's all in triplets. You see how I switched back from tapping to sweeping it? I don't know if that's really beneficial. We're gonna see. We're gonna kind of move along with this sweep. Yeah, I pretty much got it. It's kind of weird, but... Oh, man, getting the definition of those notes up there is tough. Then we go to a really cool, just a second inversion minor chord. So even though this is going to sound bad in context, we'll just listen to the tab. Oh, it's like a quick shot of the next chord. So it'll be like that. And then we go up real high to this guy here. Now, this is where the sweeps get a little bit longer. Although the first one was kind of tough. Yeah. Immediately get to the tough stuff. My middle finger doesn't want to work. What the hell's going on, man? So this one's based off of your C minor. It's actually based off of your C major caged shape, but it's moved to a minor shape. So it's like a C minor open chord moved up to E. E? A, B, C, D, E. That's right. I know the alphabet. Oh, it sounds cool when you tap the major 7. Oh my god, that is a tough one. Alright, cool. That's a tough one. That's a shape that I'm not very good at. I gotta work on that one. Okay, so then we go to Phrygian dominant stuff. Whoa. On the A string in 5/4, which is gonna maybe mess with our, I don't know, our feel of everything. We'll see how we're doing triplets. All right, that run is okay. Oops. And then we go into a tapping thing. I think now it's not notated as a tapping thing. I'll put this tab that I'm working off of in the description below. So we have 17, 13, 12, 10. One group of it. Another group. Yeah, another one. And then we go up to 20. Oops. I had to count the frets. I'm a fool. Oh my goodness. So we do 3 groups of this guy. And then we go up to the 20th. And then we do like a full tone bend or something? Half tone. Is he picking it? I feel like we're gonna have to look in another tab and see if this is right. Everything on one string? Yeah, I mean it's not picked. That shape itself is not too hard. That last note. Oh boy, doing half step vibrato. We could do... Yeah. Alright. Okay, well, we're running into some issues that I'm finding tough. Whoops. Yeah, we do like a bend or something. Let me pull up the song. That's loud. The song is gonna be right here. It's definitely tapping. Got that one down. Yeah, he's like doing a... Let's pull up another tab real quick. See if anything else has a little bit better of fingering. This is something you might do. I mean, let's just kind of figure out how you might look through it. I pulled up the same one. We might find a better tab somewhere. We could do it by ear, but then I'm going to be here for a long time. You're going to be here for a long time. Nobody likes that. The solo. Okay, so far the shapes are all the same. It's all based on the same thing, so this actually might be the way to play it. Yeah, I guess so. Interesting. So let's recap real quick. So we've got the first shape. Oh, they've got a different... Oh no, this tab is the same. So we got this first sweep shape. Okay, well that's not so bad. Okay, I'm feeling okay with that. Feeling okay. Next run, we go into some diminished stuff. Again, you have these tiny little damn hands. What are you gonna do? Now that's a weird sweep shape. Yeah, I wouldn't do it like that. So if we're starting here on the 18th fret, we can move it up to the G string probably. So then we can get 22, 22, yeah, and then 21, and then up to 19, and then to 22. Make it a 3-string sweep shape. This tab's a little weird. Definitely ending on the 16 there. Let's see. 16 there. Now this is one sweep shape that I'm not super amazing at. Everything on the 3-string is great, until I get to that 4th string, it's like, ugh. This 3-string is great. But until you add the 4th string, I think it's a little bit confusing for me, so. Or at least my ring finger doesn't really want to do it, so. We can end on the 16th fret, and then we go somewhere else. And then we pretty much are... Is that the end of it? Yeah, there's not too much more there. Big triplet section, which is kind of cool. Let's see if we can tackle that real quick. So this is a sequence, it's just a scale sequence of harmonic minor. Just saying, just a scale sequence doesn't make it any easier. Oh my god. Oh man, that last part is so tough. I'll keep adding more notes. Oh man, I'm pretty close. Let's see how fast it is. Well, it's not slow. It's not slow. What's after that? Okay. Yeah, yeah. Considering it's like lots of different time signatures and stuff, I'm gonna just drill a bit of it, just the individual sections a few times, see if I can get a little more comfortable. Bear with me. Let me add some reverb, get myself a little bit more stoked on it. It sounds cool. My lights are going out. Oh boy. Okay, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Can make more mess. Whoops. Ah. Oh boy. Oh. Pretty close. Okay, I'm pretty close to it. I'm going to try it a few more times, and I think that's probably good. There's some shapes in there that are a little bit less conventional, just to do with probably the first sweep shape. The fact that the last sequence of harmonic minor stuff does like it changes the sequence partway through, which my fingers are feeling like weird with. No, the tab that I'm working off doesn't have any, or it doesn't have any legato for the last line. I say there's probably a little bit in there. I don't know. It's a tough thing to pick. What tempo is this at? This is at 2/48th note. That's not slow. We'll try it a few more times and see if I can get it nice and clear. And then I'll take it into Reaper, and I'll pitch it up, and I'll see if we can play along with it. That might sound weird. Oh! wasn't so bad at a slow tempo. Notice my vibrato's kind of shit sounding at that 17th fret. It's always been something I want to work on, getting my B string vibrato better. I'm okay with slow tempos, but I like to be very rhythmic with my vibrato. And I find that oftentimes if I add vibrato on that string to a song or whatever, I find myself going over, and I really don't want to. It's a scary small amount of room. You can even hear it there. So just the way that I do vibrato, I usually do downward vibrato. I'm not the best at upwards vibrato. If you don't really know what that means, it's basically like anytime you have a string, you start to hear your original pitch. And adding vibrato to a note is basically just going up and down in pitch. But you're not really going, you're never going below the original pitch. And I find that it's easier to add vibrato by only going in one direction as well. On guitar, we can only ever really tighten a note. Right? I can't decrease the amount of tension on a string unless I do this, or unless I have a whammy bar, you know. So actually, there is one way to decrease the tension on a string, and that's to use classical guitar style vibrato. So you actually push and pull on the string. So that means you're actually getting down and up pitch. So if you ever hear me or any other players doing that, that's basically what it is, trying to get this sort of warbly. I actually do that a lot in place of some high string up and down vibrato, some standard sort of more modern vibrato on the guitar instead of doing that. I'll actually do that. Kind of like the sound of it. It's not the same type of thing though, so it shouldn't always be a replacement, especially if we're playing something like this. You're going to get a lot of like wide, awesome vibrato, and you should keep it, right? But if you can do it, that'd be great, and we can add that to our arsenal. And I'm trying to work on it myself. So. Sort of ended up just doing a lot of legato for that part. So I will now open this up. Let me do this here real quick. We'll do. Actually, you know what? I've got to. How can I do this? I'll see if somebody has pitched it up already. Wouldn't that be great? So we'll look up stab wound. Hey, look at that. Somebody already did it. Oh, the drums in standard tuning. That's interesting sounding. All right. That one's tough, guys. I'm going to listen to it one more time rather than just trying to play over it like an idiot. You know what? I think that's pretty doable. Now, I was skeptical at first, and you might have been too. Let's try it again. Feeling okay. well, that's 3/4 speed, I think. Yeah, 3/4 speed. I'll try one more time. I want to see where that diminished run comes in. Give it a shot. I feel like I'm rushing that diminished run every time. Let's try it at full speed. When there's problems, just try it at full speed. That's my suggestion. I don't really understand what I'm trying to show here, but I'm going to show you that I'm going to fuck it up. Wow, that's fast! Try it again. Try it a little slower. Sorry, a little quieter. I feel like I'm sort of sloppily going through there, so I'm going to pull up a metronome. The song is at 240. I feel like it's going to be tough. Okay, let's pull out a 200 BPM metronome. I'm going to just... Yeah, the feel is all weird, so we'll try to get it as close to the song as possible. We shall see. Give me a metronome. What's going on here? Why don't I just have... There you go. We're going to bump it up to 200 BPM. Oh, boy. That is rough sounding. Give me a metronome with volume. There you go. I'll put it at 200 BPM. What a great run. That's so cool sounding. Let's try a little faster. Oh, 240 is the max this metronome goes. If you're not used to playing over triplets, it's a tough thing to get used to doing. You can start simple, but the problem is when you get more complex, your brain sort of just like assumes that groups of fours in your hands means rhythmic groups of fours, so you can do 4 notes per string. Your hands sort of want to do 4 notes per string in straight time. So one thing to do is to challenge yourself by playing straight time runs in triplet feel. Now that I've said that I have to show you how to play that, I'll see if I can not screw that up too badly. A good exercise. So there's straight time. That would be triplets. Ticka, 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 ticka. So you have to almost feel like you have to feel out the pick strokes rather than the actual groups, and it's a tough thing to fight against the different parts of your body and your brain to do. It's really challenging. So that would be one thing to do. Maybe don't practice it at 170 BPM to start. I don't know. Not the best idea. You probably wouldn't do too much for yourself. I feel like I'm pretty good with most of the stuff here. It's not something that I'm going to get too much faster right now. I get the ideas of everything. There's some stuff that I should get better at. You can tell that sounds better than I did when I first learned it. The big thing for me... Oh, by the way, I didn't go over this. This is economy picking. Oh my god. Oh. So you might want to practice that as well. Trying to get the economy picking in those 3 note per string runs. 3 note per string runs at 240 BPM when you're doing like this this note subdivision. It's fast. I'm fucking it up. If you don't know what I mean by economy picking, it means that every pick stroke is the changing of the strings, which direction you're changing your stroke, your picking at the end of a set of notes on a string is dictated by which string you're going to next. So if you're doing 3 notes per string and you're ascending, then you would end each group of 3 with a downstroke and start each group of 3 with a downstroke. So you go down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. And that would be the reverse for descending. So if you're going this way on your guitar, down sonically, but up on your guitar, then you'll be doing the reverse. So you'd be up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So it's a big thing to kind of get over because we're so used to alternate picking. Actually, I shouldn't even say we're so used to alternate picking. What we are all so used to doing is kind of whatever feels right. Unless you really dig down and try to figure out what your right hand is doing at absolutely all times, which I'm a big fan of, well, I find it interesting. It's not necessarily the most fun thing to do, to be like, yeah, who's going to overhaul their pick technique today? It's frustrating. But, if you want to increase your guitar ability, that's kind of where you need to go. You need to think about it like in terms of every single pick stroke and where every note, how every note is being played. Unless you don't think about it like that, then you're never really going to get to that next level when it comes to your right hand technique at the very least. You could legato stuff, you could add in whatever, but if you're trying to get really, really good with your solid right hand technique, you got to think about the difference between inside and outside picking, pick slanting, economy versus alternate, swiping, sweeping, hybrid picking, all this kind of stuff. You have to think about all that stuff while you're playing and challenge yourself, switch back and forth between techniques. But when you get good at one technique, everything else gets a little bit better as well. So the more time you spend on your right hand technique, the better. I feel pretty good with this run. I'm probably going to practice a little bit more off camera, but otherwise feel pretty good. Some sweep shapes I knew already. Some a little bit different. The 3 note per string runs are cool. Lots of harmonic minor, which is great. If you are in this subject, different subject. If you are in the U.S., we'll be doing a tour next month. Next month, yes, from May 9th to June 4th. We'll be doing Tech Trek 4. We're doing some awesome bands supporting us as well. We're going to have INFERI. INFERI is just like this crazy band with all these shredding guitar players and crazy bass playing and super fast drumming and like really interesting classically inspired death metal, which I love. VIRVUM, they're from Switzerland. Very progressive death metal. Love that band. Opening is WORMHOLE. WORMHOLE is if you take all the most brutal parts of Dying Fetus and then you put it into a band that also has crazy fusion-y kind of shredding. That's kind of them, the most extreme of that style. So yeah, please come check it out. I'm going to have a ticket link. You can check out dates near you. And yeah, come hang out. Come say hi. Great. Thank you so much for joining me on today's edition of Dean Attempts to Learn. Hopefully I didn't. Hopefully I did Necrophagist some justice on this video. Thank you so much. See you next time.